Welcome there, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, Torman. We're arriving in Shaoxing today. Another water town. This is where the Luxun is basically like, this guy is basically the most famous writer in China. Okay, everybody like this, like he's like basically living on the like textbook. Every kid's like growing up in China, like went to like a primary school or the junior high. You need to learn his work from the textbook. Welcome, gospel. Welcome to the heart. You see, this is a water town, and Shaoxing is one of the most famous water town in China. But this area, because this guy is too famous, so this is like a national travel attraction already. And all the QR code here is for you to buy the ticket. I think only this one attraction they will charge you. The other attractions are all open for you to see. That's all the QR code. We're still in Zhejiang. How far is it from Hangzhou? It's actually 1 hour drive. Okay, it's actually where I live, so that's why I came here, Tommy. I just figured like if I go like drive into like city of Hangzhou, it also took me like more than 1 hour. So I was like yes, like why not just come here? So yeah, I'm trying to, because there's several different like city nearby. And that's the security. Let's wait for more people, so we'll start our journey today. Yeah, that's. Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. Luxury native beef. It's actually not luxury. So, this guy have a long history. You know, Luxury. Okay, this is the guy. Basically, he was born in Qing Dynasty, late Qing Dynasty. About when the Qing Dynasty is about to collapse. And his writing, his literature is basically talking about how the old China has suffered from all those occupation and also the corruption of the old China, and how he was born with a rich family, but then his father get ill, so he had to sell all of his things from his home, trade for the money, and then go to the pharmacy. So all his childhood memory is, hey Sophie, welcome. So all his childhood family memory is basically about him go to different kind of store, like go to the what's the name for you to sell something, that kind of store. Go to the like consignment. Go to consignment shop to sell everything of your house, like lots of the antique, and then exchange of the money and then go to the pharmacy and then buy the better medicine for his father. His father was ill. How are you, Daniela? Welcome. How are you? I'm good. How are you? So that's why when he has a very interesting personal experience. So when he growing up, where you from China, Daniela? Welcome. So when he growing up, he saw the old China, most of people had a bad health. Okay, because when the dynasty was so too corrupted, and every aspect of your life, okay, of regular people's life, is not working well. So lots of people are starving, doesn't have enough food, and he had he had this old wish to become a doctor. So the guy is actually starting, because he's witnessing his father suffering from all the illness. So he tried to learn, more knowledge to become a doctor, because at the first he thought, maybe become a doctor as more interest to try to maybe he can help the whole country, right? And then when the Qing Dynasty collapsed, and then we have new warlords, lots of warlords around there, and they be saying look, why not just he's saying even though that there is I become a doctor, I cannot save people from corrupted from their heart. Thank you, Daniela. So lots of people in China back then, especially the old China, late Qing dynasty, lots of people just don't have like an open mind. It's not open-minded. What up, Philly? So then he realized, okay, being a doctor is not enough. You know, he cannot save too many people. The basic should be the mental, you know, the way you're thinking. So he's like studying in Japan and become like a doctor, and then come back to China and try to write some book or literature. He started to try to, what's the name of the painter who made this drawing? The painter, I don't know. Painter is just this like random people. The guy is most famous, Area 51. The guy's name is Lu Xun. Lu Xun is one of the most important figure in Chinese history, especially like he's like one of the member. There's like a group of people start a new culture movement, and he was one of them. And the new culture movement also have some like people like, you know, two of the member were the founder of the CCP party. Okay, so he actually, because we were talking about his experience. So he growing up. He's Chinese. So he's Chinese, but he learned the knowledge. He learned how to become a doctor in Japan. Thank you very hard. Because back then, when he growing up, even though he grew up in like a rich family, so this is where he lived, the whole area. Okay, this is like a water town. Shaoxing is like one of the most famous water town in China. This is Shaoxing. Frosty, and I see some beautiful Chinese ladies. I mean, Feli, come on, they're everywhere, okay? Like, they're everywhere, okay? So yeah, like let's wait for more people so we can talk about the start. Like guys, please hit a like and share. So I mean, like, I just feel like I need to repeat all the time for the story. I didn't have the time to make a video before we go live. But this guy, you are sharing is caring. Thank you. Yeah, guys, like we need your share, need your like. Okay, if you can send one heart to join the team here, that's like much helpful. Thank you, Sadie. Sadie, did you see my picture? I didn't check my WeChat. I mean, Lorraine made like a whole card like welcome Sadie. I think we will see Sadie tomorrow afternoon. Sadie, you're about to go into the airport soon, right? You love it? Yeah. Lorraine made a whole card, like basically a welcome card. So in the future, I will be hosting this kind of welcome card every time if we have viewers coming to China. So let's go. Yeah, guys, welcome, guys. So let's talk about the story of this man, Lu Xun. Okay, this is this guy. Okay, this guy. Okay, let me try to record. So, yeah. About 30 people will get to start our story. Okay, so story about this guy, Lu Xun. Welcome, Andres. So Lu Xun was one of the most influential Chinese, literature like writer, because he grew up in 80s. Like he grew up during the late Qing dynasty when the dynasty about to collapse. And he'd be witnessing the transition period between the old China and the new China. And even, you know, like, but most of the time he was like living like Republic of China. But he was born in this rich family in this water town. Okay, when we go inside, you will see lots of like water town right there, boats, river there. And he was, you know, always trying to help people. Even though he's like grew up in like a rich family, he realized the class different. He realized he was born with rich class status, and lots of people, like especially farmers, like living in like lower level, doesn't have the fair chance. And also he realized because his father, Fidel Castro, yeah, looks at his mustache, right? So he has this, you know, his father got ill when he was young. So all his childhood memory was about to, you know, selling his all his family stuff, like antique everything. We're at Shaoxing. Maybe this is near Hangzhou. We're at Shaoxing. This is like another water town. I told you water town is basically everywhere, but we can like there's more place we can go. So Lu Xun is basically you know, growing up in a rich family, and his father got ill when he was a kid. I have to restart every time. So Thank you. Welcome, Zach. So what happened with this is that, his family used to be rich, but his father got into, this kind of like cannot walk, and then he need to sell all the money, like sell all the property of his family, and in trade of the money to buy the medicine from the pharmacy. So all his whole childhood memory is coming like a back and forth between those consignment shop or those store that can sell the stuff, and then come back to to the pharmacy to trade for the medicine. Have bought an umbrella for touring, right? Hello, David, welcome. So what happened with that is because he's growing up. Is this China? Yeah, David, welcome to China. Yeah, this is China. So we're talking about this guy. Okay, this guy is Lu Xun, one of the most famous writers in Chinese history. And the reason he's famous because he waking up lots of old Chinese. Thank you for the confetti sack. So because he has this new first dream was to be a doctor because he be witnessing his father has a bad health and lots of people around him in Shaoxing area doesn't have a good health, because back then the whole the old China was corrupted. The Qing dynasty, even the empire will have everything, but the regular people doesn't have anything. So he started to think, look, I can just become like a doctor to help others, right? I can save people's life. And then he actually, achieved that, goal. He went to Japan and he learned the medicine, those medical knowledge. And then when he come back to China, he feel he can be a doctor, but the thing is he can only see certain amount of people. And he then realized it's not only about the physical health, it's more about the mental health. Okay, back then the old Chinese people are it's not open, they doesn't have open mind. They have the heart, Terry, welcome. They doesn't have open mind. So lots of people, they lock themselves and they don't even try to pursue the new things. So this is also why he started to giving up his occupation of being a doctor. Then he become a writer, and his job is try to waking up people from old China to change their mentality and to looking for new things. Because at that time we were so far behind as regular people. So for regular people, we need to learn more science and all the technology for those citizens. Yeah, right now, those citizens are right here. Everybody taking picture, you see. So he is also one of the member of the new culture movement. We have this new culture movement that at the end of the Qing dynasty, basically telling the regular people to waking up and to go on to to do the rebel, right? Back then it was a revolution. So the reason they can start a revolution because the new culture he's new culture movement. Okay, he and the other several members are the founding father of the new China. Okay, he's not the founding father, he's just a writer, but his thinking, his literature basically changed lots of people. It's waking people up, right? So that's why he be remembered by the people following by that. Okay, so but you do realize this guy have all the time he has a good intention. He try to help, he's starting to try to be a doctor to save people, but he realized being doctor is not enough. And then basically he tried to become influencer, right? It's just like today, you try to be a influencer, and most of his literature or his very sharp. Okay, very sharp. Sometimes it can also hurt people, but it's true. It's kind of true. Okay, because at that time he's thinking for example, back then when people think there's unfair treatment, the other people won't be helping or intervene, and be saying people are so cold, and he'd be watching people during that time of period are so cold that you basically ignorant and you don't help other people, or people don't get it together. Have studied more and being a doctor. Study more and being a doctor. No, being doctor is okay, but the thing is this guy also want to do more things. I'm from the great northeast, my hometown. The Great Northeast, welcome, welcome. Like where? You mean from Great Northeast in China or like in America? Anthony, welcome. David, like where are you from? I'm sorry, I was like talking about this like story for a long time. Anthony, welcome. So now the whole area they got preserved because the reason like we preserve his old residence because all of his like books, most of his literature, we're talking about the story that happened around here. Thank you for following, Jenny. I'm from the Rhode Island. Okay. Here we like to eat blood sausage and sometimes that's good. That's interesting. Okay, thank you for the heart, Wendy. I mean, I live in New York for 6 years, so we were like kind of close, right? Thank you for the heart, Wendy. It's like a most respected career. I know, but the thing is like, look, being a doctor in a peaceful time is all good, but being a doctor in a wartime is devastating. Trust me. Okay, the guy, when he became a doctor, the country is like under lots of attack already. He's witnessing everything. From Harbin, yeah, lots of sausage from Harbin. Alright, so this is the Watertown. I told you, like for Watertown, they be using this boat to do the transportation back then, and everything is slow. And this is where Lu Xun grew up, like this. Sean will be part of Doctor Without Borders. I'm a building painter here in Brazil, and I'm also amazed by that type of painting. Oh yes, but this type of painting is everywhere though. Area. I hope you get to understand that this is like maybe that's right. Like I think it's regular because you get to see everywhere in China. If you are in New York as a doctor, let's be your friend. Yeah, I'm not a doctor. Okay? I'm not a doctor. Sean is a doctor. So this 4 letters called the backbone of a nation. That's also come from his literature because back then you'd be thinking, look, Chinese people are too weak. We're just too weak, especially the regular people. We'd be losing our spirit, especially after the Opium War. Lots of people get addicted to the opium, and lots of people are just too weak. This guy is kind of like a sharp, okay? And the more you study this guy, the more you realize like it's kind of like me. Like, the guy is basically like me. The guy is always talking too much too. Like the guy always cursing around. Okay, like Chicago. Yeah, Chicago. I've never been to Chicago. I want to go. Love your stream. A vacation to China that I can afford. Right, like guys, like you guys will be seeing Sadie. No, I won't be showing Sadie on camera, but you guys will be seeing the video content later. In what area in China? This is in south of China, southeast of China, basically like a 2-hour drive from Shanghai. But this is like one of the most famous area, in China now. Famous like water town. So let me try to scan the QR code so you get to Right now you don't have to buy the ticket, but you do have to scan the QR code to register. Okay, where is the QR code? I forgot. Because they sometimes today is like weekday, so and also it's too early. We don't have so many people. Actually, last weekend I brought my kids here, and it's hella people. You have to wait in line for that. What Lu Xun mentioned about reforming the old writing of, yes, he's also basically the very pioneer of changing the way people writing the text. You guys know did you guys realize people in Hong Kong or in Guangdong area, Hong Kong still using the old traditional Chinese characters, right? The reason we try to simplify that is also from this guy. This guy have the suggestion. Oh gosh. The guy have a suggestion to the nation that to make more people eat to understand the culture easier, right? Because back then we have lots of people cannot even read. So to let more people understand or easier to learn the knowledge, we need to simplify the character. And then that's what we're doing. That's why when you try to select typing method of Chinese characters, right? There's a simplified Chinese and there's traditional Chinese. Okay, simplified is basically designed to help the regular people to learn Chinese more easily, because the traditional one is more hard to learn. And back then, for all the educational system was not even designed for the regular people. Okay, it wasn't designed for the regular people. Only the rich people, rich family, can afford education. I sent him by. Not really. Don't worry. Okay. Why are you so obsessed with Ronnie though? This is interesting, right? So that's why like we have like a simplified Chinese, and now you get to see almost everybody can read. Back then we also have like almost 1 billion people in China, but we don't have so many people can read. The reason of like we can have regular people understand what's going on here is because all those pioneers try to, thank you for follow Locking Buff, all those people try to help people, the regular people, to understand. Like, we'll go inside here. So this is where he where the guy study. Let's see this. You need to make a reservation for the space. I get his water town. This is his classroom, okay. So old. No, this place is just like 100 years old. Like all the infrastructure. Same odor, but in a good way. And man, looks cool, like a time capsule. Yes, they maintain this place because this guy is famous. Basically, this guy is like the most famous influencer back in the old China. Okay, he was the most like famous influencer. Okay, now let me try to swipe my ID. So for you to register your event, okay, most of the time in China right now you need to register. But if you're like foreigner, you can just buy the ticket or like register with your passport. Everywhere you go with the attraction. One day unfortunately I'm a U.S. citizen. I mean, David, we have lots of U.S. citizens being trouble here though, David. Don't worry too much, okay? We have so many people coming here. Like you will understand there, like in China it will definitely like go hard on you. Like everybody will be liking you. Okay. So you're using your ID to get into it because they need to count the number. So look at this place. Can't believe not Russia. Yeah, and also like if you guys want to come to China, like Sadie in tomorrow, we'll be seeing Sadie tomorrow. So this is where the rich family learn, the rich family school. Okay, this is basically his school. How much to enter this place? It's free. It's free. Remember, you only have to register your information. So look at all those decorations. This is the old China, like late Qing dynasty. The guy was, growing up in between the old China and new China, witnessing, and he be pretty like look at this, all the detail here. And remember, back then I told you that at Qing Dynasty, is not everybody can get a fair chance of learning in China. Okay, only those rich families can have the rights to learn the knowledge, and most of the time it's only for men, not women. Okay, so that's like old China, and that's also the reason why the guy Lu Xun, the guy at the front, you guys see the face of that guy, pays advance from the U.S. I'm not sure. We don't have to bring US everywhere we go, okay guys? You just enjoy the view. Just enjoy the view. Thank you for the rose, and Anthony. Yeah, we'll try to tell you about the history here, right? Look at it. This cat, like this character is called 私人堂. 私人堂 is basically the place where for you to think. Okay, back then this is like a private school for a rich family. The guy was born in a rich family. I have living in Panama the past 5 days. I mean, this is my hometown in the Green Universities. Yeah, that's good. You guys now go see here. So this is like a duplicated version. Okay, you get to mimic because there's like a real version of his classroom long time ago, but we cannot touch it. Oh no, his teacher's home. So for all the private school in China, that their chair, and there's a storage. Look at the decoration here. Look at the decoration here. Damn, that's old. Pretty old, cool bed. They will be putting lots of like a blanket on it. Right now they don't have that. But you just get the feel that how people live here, right? Going. So this is the living room. At the middle, that's the living room. Chinese princess, perhaps? No, not Chinese princess. That's a teacher. That is bruh. What are you talking about? I just told you that's like a teacher of Lu Xun. Okay, this is all the teacher's house. This is where the teacher lives. And that's where teacher writing the calligraphy, you know, doing research. Okay, that's where the box shelf is, where you can put lots of books here. And this one should be like a painting. The teacher princess. The teacher is like a male figure. Ready? Teacher is a male figure. It's not female. Most of the teacher back in China is male. It's not female. I told you, like, getting an education in old China is not for everybody. So you see, master study. Master. Well, my mom was a teacher. I know, right? We're in a different place. Okay, right now all the teachers are females in China. All the teachers are basically all the females in China. I mean, actually, you know, the reason all those like minority can get all the priority is because CCP. I'm telling you this. Before CCP, even in Republic of China, you know, lots of the minority didn't get like fair treatment. Taught calligraphy with painting brush you today. We have like a special program, or like if your parents willing to send them to those kind of classes. We have people are doing that. We're out again, Jazz. I mean, Jazz, we'll be out for several times. It's just like yesterday we're having me out, right? I mean, we've been out, Jazz. 大东北是我的家. What is that? Great East. They talk about in the past. Right. And a flower. Missing the field trips. It's okay, Jazz. It's my fault. I need to be represent every day, so you won't be missing anything. But Jazz, you can also check the replay on our YouTube channel, so you won't be missing out. I'm also going live on YouTube at the same time right now. See, this is my camera. I'm trying to do everything at the same time, so you can find Himmywonders on YouTube. Okay. If you prefer, if you want to put me on your PC, you know, desktop or like a TV, go to YouTube. You can have like a horizontal view and a better quality. Okay, I don't know about TikTok, doesn't have like good quality of the resolution. Thank you, Jazz. Right. So this is where it's funny. Last time when I brought my kids here, okay, my kids, Easy Life is here. My kids want to go in because this is a place where they sell all those activity, like doing the VR, everything, right? Is that game now? Where? but they only have air conditioner here, where you can pay, like, spend your money. Okay, like for the old room and this like old educational school, they don't have the air conditioner. So last time when my kids come, they only want to be here because the other place for them is too boring. My kids cannot understand. Think with the heart, easy life, think with the heart. Let's keep going. Diane, welcome, Diane. Welcome, Diane. Hi from Alabama, welcome, Bama Diane. Bama Diane. I need to give you like special name, Bama Ann. Is that okay? Look, that's all the pictures. Not pictures, the books that back then all the kids need to study. Okay, lots of like Chinese classic. Okay, most of them they're important. Bama, I will call you Bama. Welcome, Bama. Was that Cao Cao? No, this one is. This is the teacher. You know, you guys see his room right there, right? Where's your location? We're in Shaoxing. This is where the Luxun old residence. Rich in history. So this is the teacher, and he's building up the whole building by himself. Okay, that's a picture of him building the whole school. But this is the school for all the rich people, rich kids around here. Okay, if you're born in like a farmer's house, you don't get a chance to learn the education. Okay, that's like one part of like old China when the dynasty was there. Think of the heart, ergo. See, so there's like several different like small school area. Republic of Ergo. So those are the family trees. That's all the family name on it from this teacher. Okay, this is the teacher. But this one is not the teacher. This one is talking about the educational tradition in this area. Okay, even though back then, yeah, it's not for everybody, but still, even like for people, for the family that has a chance or like has a right, for people can get educational opportunity, they're going hard. They need to read all those books. Okay, they're not playing around. Like if you send your kids to school and they're aiming for them to enter the old government, ancient government, but the only way for you to enter the government back then is also by study. You have to have a good grade. All the evaluation. Division is taught everywhere. I mean, that's like a human history. Okay, it's human history come a long way, right? It's not like every time because we evolve. If you believe that we evolved from the ape, did you? As it should be. But now, in China at least, like everybody get a chance to go to like free education. The fundamental education is free. It's like you are supposed to learn as like a regular human, right? Like it's your right to learn. You need to have the right to learn. Think of the heart pepper. Look at all those places. The one thing about this place is that good morning, Pepper. Welcome. So those are the old. That's a high school, and this woman is a hero, and also like one of the CCP member. Okay, like she basically sacrificed herself during the Japanese occupation. Okay, she got found out because she's like a spy. She got found out, but she never gave up any kind of information. So that's why God remember she's coming from here. She's coming from here. And back then, you see the transition after the new China began. She's like she's like a teacher here. She's like a teacher here. We started like I didn't study here. This is not where I came from. Stop, team, welcome. So today is all about this guy. Okay, this guy's real name is called Zhou Shuren. Lu Xun is like because her mom's is like last name is Lu, so he named himself. There's like a pen pal name. Yeah. Today we're basically at his house, and this guy Cai Yuanpei is the founding father of the Beijing University. They basically doing lots of job to basically just spreading all those information. I went to Fordham. Yeah, Nathan, what up? You look just like you. Come on, mustache. I don't think so. Thank you for the heart, DP. But this guy is like, yeah, I would say I have some similarity. This guy grew up in a rich family, and you know, at first his dream was try to be a doctor, and then you know, when he became a real doctor, he felt like, look, the old China doesn't only need a doctor; they need a whole this kind of brainwashing. All the people need to waking up. Then he giving up. It's okay, Tim, don't worry. Okay, he giving up his old job as a doctor, and he started to become a writer, and he's starting to write lots of literature, lots of fictions that basically woke the whole generation. Okay, this is a very important figure in Chinese history, especially modern Chinese figure and modern Chinese history. He's waking up lots of people's because in old China, most of people think, look, like they won't be fighting for their right, and they won't be searching for the new knowledge. Okay, they have no clue about learning. But the guy is basically saying, look, and his word is always sharp. He's always like cursing everyone. He's always sharp. He's like, because sometimes, you know, sharp word can hurt people, but still, like, he's provoking something. He's like provoking the rebellion and everything. So he's basically, you know, putting all those new thought to people's thinking. And that's like one of the founding father of like he joined this kind of like new cultural movement that basically pushed the whole country moving forward. Okay, we abandon lots of old habit. Okay, in Chinese culture we do have some old traditional, you know, this kind of old behavior, habit. For example, like arranged marriage. His name is called Lu Xun. Okay, it's called Luxueun. Luxueun， 鲁迅。
他喜欢你还是我喜欢你？
鲁迅代表《狂人日记》，孔乙己，阿Q正传，but it's hard to just like translate to people. 鲁迅 no without the middle XU. It's just like Luxun. My bad. So he was talking about, you know, like the whole country needs to like all the like, but still until today, guys, you know, if for a country had long history, sometimes you have lots of people that, you know, still maintain this kind of old way of thinking. Like, you know, people don't feel like change. Okay, people don't feel like to change the old things. But all those pioneers in China, the reason we try to set up the whole museum or preserve the whole living area of his. Because he's provoking people. He's like basically waking people up. He's not only one, okay? I'm not saying that he's the only one waking up everybody. He's one of the very important figure in Chinese history that wake people up, tell people that we should be abandon some of the old tradition and learn something from the West, and we need to rebuild and combine all the good things together and moving forward. And the basic things to learn. To get the knowledge. Knowledge is most important. Keep going. So this is basically, this is the school. Let's come here. Why is it cloudy? Where is cloudy? What? Are we cloudy today? I didn't see cloud today. Behind love. Still not cloudy. Maybe it's a camera. I don't feel like it's like cloudy here. Knowledge is levels. And learning knowledge is not easy though, guys. Like reading a book is very painful, especially for people like me, or like even some of my viewers. I believe lots of viewers like have the problem. But back then, the only way to get the knowledge is to read. I always say like when you start reading, you will find it's interesting. But the problem is like how to start reading, like how to giving up and to do all the other stuff and start reading. That was sky. That's go inside. No, that was not sky. That's all the old wall here. See? I'm the same. I hate reading. Most of the people hate reading. I mean, learning and improving, it all come from pain. Okay, like if you cannot find pain, because that means that you didn't even step out of your comfort zone, and you won't be able to improve yourself. And most of your improvement come from the painful experience. Okay, the reason, like the time when you realize you are not good enough, the time you realize, okay, I need to learn more. That's when you grow. I mean, but it's all about process. So the Sanwei Shu is where they actually learn. Okay, guys, this is the old classroom of Chinese, the old China. Take a look. That's the chair, and look at that. That seat. Look at that seat. So you guys see the character that we put in there. They go follow set go. So our main character here, okay, Lu Xun here, he used to sit at that table, and he's always be late to the class. So there's like one funny story about him. It's like he be like the teacher be blaming him for several times, like you're too late to the class. And back then they also come with a punishment. They have this kind of ruler that beat their hand. Look, like they will hit you with the ruler. And the guy is like very rebellion, but he's saying like, look, let me just carve this. This is morning, okay, or like being early. Okay, it's not only morning, like being early in the morning. That means 早. So he used his knife, carved this 早 on this table to tell himself, look, I need to get early next time. Good morning, Brahma, welcome. Start fist fighting. Right. But he always have this like respect to his teacher. Yeah, this place. And that's a teacher here. That's the teacher used to teach people, how to learn. And that's the detail of this classroom. That's all the classroom is. Hi Teresa, welcome. Welcome Teresa. We're at Lu Xun's old residence, basically like a water town where he grew up. It's like 1 hour from my home. Okay, this is in Shaoxing. We're in a different city now, but it's like 1 hour from my home, like from where I live. You're shooting and fighting teachers. I mean, that's horrible. Maybe preserving all those old chairs here. So this little room with the study for Shou Xiaotian is the nephew of the teacher. Nephew of the Shou Jinyu, right? While a student at Sanwei study, Lu Xun came here once a while and amused himself. Thanks. See you later. Thank you, Aria. Thank you, Aria. Look at this place. Place. Area, thank you. Look at the detail here. So back then, this is definitely not the poor people's house. It's back then the rich people's house. There was all the garden. That is so important. Thank you though. Thank you. And the TikTok area. You have the garden. Where are we today? We're in Shaoxing Squeeze. This is where Lu Xun lives. Lu Xun is one of the most important. What is level ship, Sadie? Thank you for the level, chef. Thank you. So we are going out. So when you're going out, there's always like air conditioners. You guys, you know the tricks here. All those commercial areas, they will be setting you up with the air conditioners, and they want you to stay here longer to shop. They don't give you the air conditioner like for all the old buildings. There's the place where the girl from Speed Dating, the girl. Yeah, the guy, the girl is coming from here. The girl he met in Hong Kong. That's come from here. Get to have all the food, and the most famous food here is the smiley tofu. Okay, the one that smelled like pretty, like had a bad smile but good taste. I mean, only you taste, you will understand. It's like a cheese. And there's like a yellow wine. There's also the local wine. People usually use this yellow wine as cooking wine, as me. For me, I usually use this kind of wine to cook. Shaoxing. Yeah, you're right, Nathan. This is where Speed came. No, Speed never came here, but the saying the girl he met was come from here. Oh, now we come back to the entrance. So, look, this is also Kong Yiji. Kong Yiji is also one of the figure in his fiction. So Kong Yiji is this kind of like old scholar that doesn't have enough money. You see all those bing right here. Those bing back then are the main dish for the poor people. Okay, everybody grew up here. They love to drink. But you know, if you got some money, you get to order some dishes like meat and other food. But if you doesn't have enough food, like money, then yeah, you will be grabbing those kind of like a bin and have some alcohol and just like standing here. Okay, like back then, that's how people eat. Look at this. This is the introduction. Like you see, like in Shaoxing, the people. This is not Taizhou, but this is still in my province. So this is Zhejiang province. Okay, Taizhou is like 2-hour drive from here. Like 1.5 drive from here. This is in Shaoxing. See the water town here? This is where we came from. Not where we came from. This is where we came for. Where we came for. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Keep going here. So much appreciation. Thank you. Also, they also have this like alcohol ice cream, and because the yellow wine is a local special, so they have yellow wine milk tea. That's a milk tea made by yellow wine, and they also have like a ice pop that made from the yellow wine. CF, welcome. Thank you, Risk. Welcome, Risk. Welcome. Keep going. At the detail of the building. This is his old residence. So basically, he's living. You see that he's living here. And that's his school. So for the old rich family, their school will be very convenient to go. And right now it's like, trust me, this is not even like most busy area, like most busy time. We have like I came here last week during the weekend with my family. I brought kids here. So many people during the weekend. Thank you for the confetti, Terry. Thank you. Keep going. See, they're eating this like yellow wine ice pop. Thank you for the heart, Ivy. Let's have this yellow wine ice pop. I need some drink too. Let me buy some drink. Enjoy the Hawaii. Drink some water. For this extreme hot weather, I need some water. Okay, this side cheaper, so I will have this 4 RMB cheaper. 这多少钱？
这个4块。
好的。Scan the QR code. We'll be buying the ice pop later. I get water, Teresa.
前台码支付宝收款4元。
没得 internet, OK， 4块啊，付掉了啊。好，谢谢啊。
好，你们这个
Keep going. Keep going with it. Let me just sit here, have some drink, and then we keep going. I tend to like finish all the drink, and then keep on walking. Let's go. Okay. Sit here a little bit. The nurse make a lot? No, nurse doesn't make a lot. But they will have all those like insurance, but they won't be making a lot of money. To get your refillable bottle, it's okay, Terry. I think like carrying a bottle is not too easy, right? We will just. I mean, I would rather to like a buy and throw. Let me just sit here. No, it's just like the life necessity. For example, your life insurance, and you have all the advantage. Like they will give you this. For example, like for kids have the education, they will have this kind of like benefits. But not so much. Being a doctor, you can make some money. Being a nurse, you cannot. Hey Casey, welcome. Yeah, because you have to understand this. We don't have enough people to be acupuncturists. Like depends on how you run your business. Some people they are very good at like doing commercial. Botox nurse. Yeah, that's like a private clinic, right? Yes, you might be if you're working for a private hospital clinic, you can still make lots of money. But the thing is like we just have so many patients. You guys cannot understand. For a country have 1.4 billion people. Hospital is always packed because we don't have enough doctors. Okay, for example, like we just need more people to learn those kind of like medical knowledge to understand this. I mean, come to China to learn acupuncture, bro. I mean, where are you going though? Do you want? Maybe we can link up. But you need to find like a right person to learn. Let's keep walking. Walking now. There's a doctor making China. It depends on your level. The entrance level is also not good. It's just like we have so many doctors, but it's not too much quality, I would say. You're wearing UV protection. Did I tell you how did I got those? Terry? Did I tell you how did I got those? I tell some of my viewers already. So that's like a museum of this guy. In your province? Should be good. I got it free because I bought like a 6-pack of underwear. They sent me this. Village. Right, Diane. This area. I bought like a 6-pack of underwear and they sent me this kind of sleeve. And I say, okay, like they know me. Nice deal. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure. You're not sure about what, Stray Cat? I have learned they got free housing. I'm not sure either. I don't think that's, yeah, some of the Japanese might have the free housing, I'm not sure. But get some cha. This is the bayberry ice rice wine. You see the rice right there? Where's the bayberry juice? I got this last time. Like it's okay, but they charge too much. They charge like 38 RMB. It's like $6, which is like ridiculous expensive. That looks so good. Yeah, but they charge a lot. This is like a museum of the yellow wine. Let's keep looking, okay? 6. So this is the. You just randomly enter the yellow wine museum. You see, that's a yellow wine. Back then, wine was all put in here. I mean, I don't even know if TikTok are sensitive about this or not. You cannot talk too much about the war. For people who know, it's all dub, okay? For other people who here, like, that's all the dub, okay? We don't want to be mentioned too much. TikTok is very sensitive right now. That's all dub. See? So you get to come here, buy the dub everywhere. But it's like too dangerous for TikTok. I think I cannot go too deeper in here. Let's go out. Just to let you know, this is the hometown for the Chinese yellow dove, okay? Let me know if there's a Chinese medicine university in your province. There's a lot actually, but for me personally, because I'm not like a professor, a professional of this, so I cannot give you like a very valid answer. But I just want you to be careful, okay? Like sometimes, like just like I said, lots of doctors, even though they got a license or something, they're not so professional. We do get this kind of people. It's just like, you know, like learning, being a doctor sometimes also come from your experience, okay? The good doctor have all sorts kind of experience. Sometimes like people without experience, they'll be claiming themselves be like a good doctor. And sometimes they will fucked up. Okay, where is here? Oh, that's his old house. Let's go. Chai is tea, right? Chai is tea, right? You're right, Casey. But right now we only drink like milk tea. For young generation, youngster only drink milk tea. Okay, let me try to use my ID. Hold on. Put my ID into it and scan. Thanks, Steve. I'll try to take out my ID. Keep going. Now we're coming inside. Look at the detail of the building. You're standing here. Inside the detail. Look. There you can know this guy is like born in like a rich family, right? This is a rich family house in China. This is a rich family house in China. The guy was born in a rich family, but then his family suffered this change over the time. Okay, the Qing dynasty like falling, and his father is like ill, and he needs to like sell all the things in his family to save his father in exchange of the medicine, and that also pushed him to become a doctor. This place has been here for like 100 years. No stuff. Details. So back then, open the door, you have to do like this. That's how you knock the door. Typical Chinese home in the past. After the gate, the courtyard in the middle is surrounded by the road. Yeah, Talako. See, this family was rich. It's definitely a rich family house. Look at all the things here. And I cannot even read this kind of character, to be honest. Thank you for that. Pocket vote. Rob. But last time when I brought my kids here, I told them, look, like, if you, like, because we just came from, there's like another museum of this guy, and we came from that museum. And Brian was asking me, like, why they built the whole museum for him. I said, look, if you growing up, you know, if you can make something, build something in this world that, you know, other people willing to learn, they're willing to remember, you will also, like, build, like, a museum for you. Right? The reason, because he's basically the first group of people that, you know, in the old China that tried to waking up the regular people by doing the fictions, writing all the literatures. See? This is his house. And this is a picture 100 years ago. The Creoles have Manila style home gate with courtyard, the main home. I mean, it should be much nicer though. Manny should got like a much better home. Oh, so let me find the guy. Where's the guy here? Oh, this time I think he passed away already. That's his family. That's a big family. He's not in here. That's his little brother. His family got like 3 boys. And he's the third one. Oh, this one's funny. Look, there's like a Russian poet here. They be, you know, hanging around with lots of foreign author, writers in the history. Very nice. Burger have I have no clue. That's the guy. So this is a magazine they be holding up. So look guys, for other people, and this is very important for New China. This magazine is basically all the receipt chronology is also the series. It's like a series of his work, his fiction, published to this news magazine, spread all over China, and waking Chinese people up by joining the revolution. This 新青年, the new, you guys see this? Le Jeunesse, that's like a French. You guys know French? What's the French meaning? In my translation, it's like a new generation. Okay, but it's like a Le Jeunesse. Like you guys can, how many people have like a translator can help me with this? That's a very important magazine. Le is that right? That's like an old stone of the old house. Thank you for the subscribe, Christy. Thank you. Thank you for the subscribe, Christy. Use the use, right? So it's basically the use means use. Thank you, Ergo, thank you, Monji. So yeah, the use. So this magazine means the use. For me, like it's like a new generation. So this kind of magazine back then was like passing down the whole China and basically formed the new China. And it has the member of Republic of China and also CCP. So, you know, basically all the CCP members are studied from this magazine too. Like Chengdu Xiu Li Dazhao, these two guys were the very first, creator of Chinese Communist Party. And they're also working for this magazine back then. They were putting, back then those people, they be putting lots of new ideology into the magazine. And that's just like a fire spread the whole China and making people try to join the revolution. Okay, it's just like a very important revolution. So he owes you look up to him. everybody look up to them, okay? Like not only him, he's just like one of those people, but he's got the whole gang, okay? Thank you for the heart. Eileen will come. Eileen will come. He got the whole gang here. That's the first group of people who's like started the revolution, okay? And they be risking a lot. Lots of people lost their life too. Like the founding father of the Communist Party already lost their life too. Okay, they wasn't even like alive later. Okay, lost the whole process of China come back to like a normal country, or like to get everybody like a regular life has been a long process. The part of his movements such as Hu Shi and Li Dazhao. Yeah, Li Dazhao is not Li Dahao among you. Li Dazhao is basically the founding father of CCP, and Hu Shi is an American scholar. Okay, he used to study. I think he studied in Harvard and graduate and try to come back to China. And like Hu Shi literally tried to make China basically turn to America. So Hu Shi is a very controversial figure. He's basically tried to abandon everything. So back then, even for people to learn, okay, for example, as Chinese people here, right? So how do you accepting all the new ideology, right? Do we totally abandon the old tradition, or we just like select some of the some of the new things and combine? Right, there's like different kind of, even for scholar, there's different kind of class, different kind of group of thinking, right? The great showing us this, right? So back then, like during the transition period from old China to new China, there's always this kind of argument: should we abandon everything to learn from the West, or should we just like learn from some of things from the West and combine with all good things, the tradition? Canal, okay, thank you. I didn't know that. Like I didn't. If it's polite for today, it still be using today. Lots. We're not only talking about the knowledge here. The way how you learn, the way how you process, the way how you observe, is the key. Because there will be new knowledge, new development every once in a while. But the way how you put everything argument on one table and try to think like that is very important. Okay, those group of people, their contribution to the new China is they provide people with different view of the world. Back then, Qing Dynasty was pretty under the lockdown. They don't want their people actually go out or learn. Okay, like even though right now people are saying that in China right now it's still like that. No, China actually encouraged regular people to go out, okay? Back then it was really locked down, and regular people doesn't even have any kind of access to the education system, to more resource, okay? And those kind of people, Lu Xun is one of them. They try to bring all the people together in China and try to tell them, look, what is happening in outside world. The reason we're far behind, because we need to do the revolution. We need to get everything developed. So this is very important. Thank you for the heart, Paula. So you see, like in China, when you come here, that's why I say we don't have so many English translation. But I believe with more foreigners come to China, we'll have more English version, because for now we don't have so much need. But the thing is, like, if you can understand Mandarin, this kind of museum is very, very interesting. Lots of there's actually lots of Americans in China already. It's just like when they in China compared to the whole generation, like whole population is too small. Can be said that China is an Asian civilization. So the new bell was used 700 BC. Yes, that man will be proud of she and the enemy. What is that, Maverick? Welcome, Jessica. I see you. I see your name there. Everything here. So this is his family. Okay, I think that's his father. So that's his grandma, and he also got a nanny. Okay, he got a nanny there. That's his grandma. That's his mom, and that's his nanny. But he in his fiction, like he's talking lots of time like he had this kind of like relationship with his nanny, okay, because most of the time his nanny taking care of everything. If you're born in a rich family, that's your family, you know, basic. You will have nanny to take care of everything of your life. You basically grew out going out with your nanny. So that's all the story about him. Baby Ron painted his hat white. No, that's actually like a reality, okay, back then, because Qing Dynasty, because Manchuria Empire, okay. Qing Dynasty is basically Manchuria Empire. So everybody, especially male, like you need to shave your forehead like that, and you know, have your back and hair like this, okay. So, and Lu Xun, those guys, is also one of the people that first doing the rebel by cutting their hair. Okay, hi Jessica. When Lu Xun, okay, this guy, just this guy while he growing up, and he studied in Japan, and he took the very first picture in Japan with his hair cutting down, to basically, you know, telling the world that, you know, I'm going to change. I'm going to help my people to change everything by, you know, starting with cutting the hair. And the kids were like that. Yeah, Jet Li, that was in the movie, right? The reason the movie is like that, because that's like Qing Dynasty. Only the Qing Dynasty people has to have this kind of hair. Other dynasty, like most of the time, like a male doesn't have this kind of hair. That's all history. Qing Dynasty is the last empire of China. So even for like, if you see like people like dress up like this, that's all from Qing Dynasty. It's all from Qing Dynasty. This kind of like dress is from Qing Dynasty, the last empire. New China, we try to change to all this like a formal dressing. So we have like Zhongshan Zhuang, Zhongshan dress. Is it the first empire in China? That's the last empire, Maverick. What are you talking about? I just said that's the last empire. Okay. The guy who's living is like 100 years old. Is years ago. Okay. Not too far away from now. But that's all the history. So look, I mean, this is like a rich family house. You see how big it is? Portal? Right, that looked like a portal. Look at that space. See, that looks like a portal. And actually, we have been to several of this kind of building before. Remember the leader of the Republic of China? You guys remember this, okay? Most of even for the new culture movement, most of the leader back then, or like the pioneer, will all come from the rich family. They will all come from the rich family, because at that time they were the only people can get access to knowledge, to education. But the reason that, you know, CCP back then can get the power is because the CCP leader is actually come from the regular people, from the farmer. Okay, like Mao Zedong is actually come from a low-level class, a farmer. Okay, so the way CCP is doing most of the time is not so, you know, elegant. Okay, but we try to make everybody fair, and sometimes to the rich class, it's hard to understand or hard to accept. Okay. Because we also went to the leader of Republic of China, Chiang Kai-shek. Remember? I don't know. I think some of you will remember that. We went to the guy. You know, the reason Taiwan is still like divided, because the leader of Republic of China back then bring all the resources to Taiwan, right? That's the starting point of separation. And that guy's house also huge. Like that, he's also come from like a rich family. So that's all the painting from his fiction. You know, the guy Lu Xun's fiction. That's all the picture from that. You know, people like drawing the picture. And it's very interesting they be using this black and white contrast color. You guys see this? Black and white contrast color. Because just tell you the time. Okay, during the late Qing dynasty, regular people living in hell. It may sound like not so scary, but people definitely under lots of pressure. Look at all those pictures here. You can feel like, one main thing about Lu Xun's content, he was talking about all those ignoring people of the society back there. But how does that, happen, right? How does old China have this kind of situation? It was because the empire. It was because the dynasty was too corrupted. You can see the misery, right? You see all those pictures? It goes too deep. See? So let me see. This is like a chapter of, he doesn't know if he should be happy or not. The candlelight remind him of the girl he used to be, playing with. But he's also thinking about somebody, those rich people right there. They're living a good life. They have all those nice table, everything. And this is come from IQ as a character. IQ, that's a character. You see IQ. We just call him Mr. Q. Mr. Q is like a fictional character from him, but he's using him to represent all those suffering from the regular people in China. Never learn from history. See? That's from his literature. I wish we will have this English version in America. Search this. I will type this here. Sticker. Hold on. So search this guy's name. Welcome, Demon, welcome. Search this guy's name, Lu Xun, okay, and find out if you can find English version of this fiction. Oh, so all the painting you'll be seeing is from this guy. The guy Zhao Yanyan, Mr. Zhao. He was, he's starting. This is like a traditional wood carving techniques. So you see all those paintings you are seeing right now. That's from the carving. The guy be carving the painting first and put them to the paper. So everything you see here is a carved painting. I see this carved painting. As a colonial country, very sad but fact. Until now, we still have that mindset. Talaco, where are you from, though? Are you also from America? In this area. Look at the painting here. See, this picture is very iconic. It's like the chapter is talking about the main character. He's about to end his life, but other people are just waiting for him to do it. You see? When your society is not fair anymore, then there will be people like this. So people will become like this. It's not like people were born like this. We live in society, all those drama we be having, it's caused by the whole system. So if the system wasn't even right, and your regular people will be ending up like this, right? And people will be more and more ignoring, separated. And you guys now see why this guy is so important, right? His work, his content was very sharp. Get corrupted, and which should happen in the last 2 years. I mean, he's using this kind of story to tell people that, look, we need to wake up. That's the starting point of all the Chinese revolution. That's why more and more people willing to join the revolution, because it won't change. That's why I tell so many people that in China, we actually don't worry about the system going collapse or not, because once it has a problem and people actually feel about that, people do something. Okay, it's like we have this kind of tradition. We if the system is not going to work, we will be overthrow it, and there will be people willing to sacrifice our life to do it. Hugely important, right? Like if anything is like not going well in China, we will have people like this come all the way. So what is this? So this is talking about the mantou. Mantou is kind of like a pastry here. Somebody, like he's talking about somebody were just like the guy who's like eating the mantou, right? Mantou is like a pastry. Eating the pastry, dipping with other people's blood. Okay, that's a very iconic line. Okay, in Chinese literature, it's talking about somebody is like, those people are just eating their food with like humans' blood as a dipping sauce. Remember that Lu Xun is the guy who write the fiction, and the painting is from that guy on the wall. You guys remember? It came from that room. The painting from there. So he's talking about the guy. I told you guys, the guy's like character, like the guy's words are very, very sharp. Imagine 100 years ago, he was talking about the whole old China system was eating human by flesh. All those like bad old habit, be eating people, as food. The society was eating people, eating the regular people, like wasting all people's energy. Okay, imagine that, like people talking about that like 100 years ago in China. So at that time, his work was, just like shock to the whole nation, and that's also how he make all the people like try to not follow him. He's not like try to make people follow. He's basically waking people up. And this is his house. All those. That's all the chapters in different chapter of his fiction. See? Even though the character is like fictional, but he's doing this on purpose. Like back then, the fictional character was the real life experience. Sup, Cos, welcome. And wood carving is really beautiful, right? And this is also Chinese traditional art. There's like a cultural heritage stuff. It's this guy. You see, this is how he made the painting. You guys see this? This is how he made the painting here. And his painting is perfect, attached or like combined with Lu Xun's literature. Okay, Lu Xun's fiction with his picture is a perfect combination. See with the painting here? Getting the word. This one is called divorce. So the Baicao garden is also in most of we have like a textbook. For primary school students, they have a textbook and they will be teaching all those like classic literature. And this place is in every Chinese kid's textbook. Can I maintain everything here? Yes. Those are all the cultural relics that, on the national level. It's like a national treasure. Small reception room. Back there is Lu Xun Guju, means Lu Xun's old residence. That's his old house. Like that, I think that's his. Damn, his house is huge. His house is huge. His whole family is only like what, 10, 15 people, but this is grandma's house. This is in Beijing. No, this is in Shaoxing, Diman. This is like 1 hour from my home. It's not Beijing. I mean, we're far from Beijing right now. Look at this place. Right here. Looked up, there was another Lu Xun museum there. There's lots of Lu Xun museum, but came from, okay? Because he's just like a old China's I shall speak. Take it like this way. Maybe it's not I shall speak, okay? Old China is like very famous influencer. How many countries are? I lost count, like 6, 7. Let's take a look like this. Can we do things like that? Okay, so let's do this. Okay. That's huge. Oh, it's funny. Let's come do it this way. Take a look at it. This is the kitchen. This is the back kitchen of the rich people's house. Look at the kitchenware. So back then they were using O'Brien's here, welcome. So they were using this to cook everything. And that's like they're burning all those woods under it. That's a big kitchen. And I don't know what this vessel for. That's for the water. That's for the water. See, they also have this. This is for the nanny or the servant carrying this kind of stuff to their room after their food is ready. They were putting into this kind of basket. And right here. Family was rich. Right, I told you this guy is coming from a rich family. Damn, there's like a huge garden here, bro. See? So sometimes, yes, like for people come from different class, sometimes the way you understand the word is also different. Sometimes there's like a hard choose. Okay, if you grow up in like a rich family, but you still get able to, try to spend your time with the like poor people or like, see the real world. Like you are willing to do something because you were growing up with all those like things that you don't lack of material stuff. Okay, you want to like pursue more of the, spiritual stuff. This is the Baicao garden. So this is basically where all the Chinese kids need to learn. Okay, because he write like a article about this garden. The guy wrote a article about this garden. And now every kid in China need to learn. It's Baicao Garden. The rich has a responsibility or duty to help society, but nowadays no one cares. No, I think nowadays we still have good people that are rich, but still it's just like people are, I don't know, it's just like the power of the rich right now is even more, powerful. Like the way for rich people to get rich is the speed is faster. Okay, I would say like because the technology, everything, like they got control of more resource, and it's actually easy for them to grab more resource. Thank you for the heart, Miss White. Thank you for the vote. Look at this tree. The tree is huge. Look at that. I mean, the reason why like China has to control all of like public resources just to prevent the rich to get richer more faster. Like you need like this kind of like because like if you grow up in China, the government's role is trying to keep between the rich and poor, right? But if the government is like a line siding with the rich, then it won't be fair for everybody. Right. I mean, the reason we need a government because we need people to do all this dirty stuff. Right? For example, maintaining the order and maintaining the cleanness. I know it doesn't exist. Older society had harder. Because back then there was emperor, right? And Japan still have the emperor. Don't get me wrong, Japan still have the emperor. Okay, people are taking pictures. Oh, there's like another shops, so we don't have to go there. Let's go. This is like a personal garden, his family garden. Kipara looks at Italian castles was only recent they stopped. I mean, I don't know too much about that. You guys can keep discussing about that. Let me know in the comment section about that. Look at how tall the tree is, guys. Look at how tall the tree is. Keep going here. Oh, there's a more commercial area. One thing about all those like attractions, because now they're attractions, so they will be fulfilled with lots of shopping area. If you only come here for the like as a traveler, you're okay. But if you live nearby, if you try to spend your time here, sometimes you just don't like that. It's like too commercialized everywhere in China right now. There's like we went to some like a low-key water town. It doesn't have so much commercial area, but still that's okay. That's how you take a picture of this. But I need to like, how can I fit my face here? I cannot fit my face here. That's like a huge picture. How can I fit myself with his mustache and his hair? Yeah, I cannot do that. Thank you for following, Annie. Welcome. Can I ask where you're from? So they also have there's like a photo shop here. You have to take the photo. And they also give you this kind of old vibe of photo. See? And those Los Angeles World Cup, man. Keep going.
是你的名字啊？
叫陈伟吧。
现场做呀，老师现场给你。
Yeah, there's so many places to buy things. Personally, I lots of like stickers, everything, postcards. All those souvenirs. Look at that guy. If you try to put a guy like the guy back then was too serious, and now they try to make him like more enjoyable, more like cute. Look at this guy. I need to get me some like mustache. So we keep going like this. Oh, another. Okay, we cannot show this. It's me, Mario. Right. We cannot show this too much. Do it. No, I don't have mustache. Dizzy and sweaty and connection broke at the place I'm at. Damn, demon, like they still didn't let you go? At the door. Damn, I'm making sound. Look at this place. I think like if you guys come here first time like Sadie, like you guys definitely like to you guys just want to see the place like this, right? Oh, I need to ask you, since Sadie you were here, are you okay with walking lots of time in the hot, like in the sun, like under the sun? Are you okay with that? Because when you come here in 2 days, right? I mean, it will be hot. They don't do anything with next round, so I have to be. Damn, demon! How does that possible? Like, how can this just happen like that? She will bring some of Canada cold water. I mean, I hope so. We are dying here. Thank you for the sheer risk. We're dying here. It's just so hot. I mean, like this kind of like hot, you will only understand. I need to like do. We need to do interview with Sadie after she came here. We need to get her like honest opinion. I think in Canada you will never get this kind of weather. And it's not like you're in Vietnam or something. In Vietnam, sometimes they have like this by the sea. They have lots of like wind. And here you don't get any wind. Lots of water. Yeah, I just have like one bottle of water. Oh, lots of coil fish. There's all the coil fish here. All those stuff here. Oh, so this is like a theater. They also have their own theater here. Imagine that. They have their theater here, guys. Here, look at that. That's the theater where they have all the. Damn, they can invite all those actors performing here with like traditional 乐 drama. Okay, we have 乐 drama, we have Jing drama. Drama house at your own property. Let me see here. Have some food. Have some water. to drink some water here. Damn, there's like a woman sitting beside the guy. I thought the statue was like waving the fan. Man was balding. Yes, his family was balding until he came to this board, and his family is like falling. The guy, the guy right there, the guy with the mustache. He was born in a rich family, but after he born, his father got this kind of illness, cannot like doing the business anymore, and the whole family like goes downhill. Especially with the time period at that time, like transition from the old China dynasty, like Qing dynasty, to a new China, Republic of China. And usually, if you are like a rich people really doesn't like the revolution, because after the revolution, it's like, everything is like a start all over again. Right, the order, everything. The reason for lots of revolution cannot be happening is because the rich can still have the power to control. Shall we say that? So now you get to see why back then, like for like sometimes when the society has a problem, if the rich still in power, then it's hard to overturn everything. Keep going. I show him how close you go to me. Right. Keep going like that. The tree is like that. Keep going. They have like a theater house in their home, at their backyard. The theater house in their backyard. Look at that. Oh, look at the koi fish. Welcome guys. Look at the koi fish. They're playing. Everything here. I mean, why they always like swimming together though? Some smart fish will be just find their own place like this. See, that's a smart fish. Because when you join the majority, it's hard for you to find like the real opportunity. Why is koi fish popular in China? In most like East Asia country though, Maverick, because koi fish is also related to the Buddhism culture, and it represents good luck. Henry, my DJ camera handle is CE, not China certified. Can I still? I think for camera itself you don't have to worry. We only care about the battery, so the camera is fine. Like as long as DJI should be fine. Nice metaphor, more opportunity away from the hurt. Right, Demon? I mean, I think you should know that, right? The way you are making your money should be basically like that. This is just like how I make my first bucket of money, fortune. Like, how many servants work in this house? I have no clue. I didn't see the introduction here. And if I see that, I will let you know. I think it's at least like 15 to 20. Built-in battery. I would say don't worry about that. They only care about the power bank. the handle, they will be let you go. They won't be even know like there's a different. So this is called Ancient Chinese God Pageants. Let's see. Ooh, oh. Almost hit auntie with that. Oh, look at those. Built on a pound. The whole town is built up on a pound. Like this. See? They have all the waterway come from the lake. And Shaoxing back then is also like the capital city of Yueguo. Yueguo is like an old nation. Yueguo is like almost 2,000 years ago. It's way before BC. Everything here. This is the traditional Shaoxing style construction. You know, when you go to like Suzhou or like Jiangsu province, you get to see different kind of view. Okay, they are the water town, but they will be slightly different. They will be slightly different. Look at that. Oh, they're trying to, you know, there's like an old tradition to for the local gods. They will be doing the celebration to during the Chinese New Year. They will be welcoming the god to come to the village and bless everybody. Thank you for the follow, Chris. Thank you for the follow. Are you bringing maple syrup or ice cream? What? I mean, Wendy, nah. We okay. But Lorraine do make like some like a cute poster. Like you guys will be seeing me like holding a sign. Pick up Sadie tomorrow. Okay. Like I think it's like a 12 hours later. We'll be go to the the airport tomorrow morning. Tonight I need to go back to pick up my mom's car. Because my car needs to leave in my city for Lorraine to pick up kids. I need to borrow my mom's car to pick up Sadie. And also maybe it's also because Lorraine also said it's time for me to have like a haircut. What time will the stream start with Sadie? No, I said Sadie is here. Guys, we won't be streaming with Sadie. Okay, in the future, in the next few days, I will still go in Sadie. When the time I'm not going live, you know, I was doing some video content. I will post a video because she doesn't want to show her face, and I respect that. Okay, like every one of you, like if you guys don't want to be on the camera, it's okay. But it's going to be hilarious, right?横眉冷对千夫指，俯首甘为孺子牛. So this is also from him, Lu Xun. Okay, the basic meaning is like this. So even though everybody is going against me, if I'm thinking, you know, I'm doing good for society, I will keep doing it. Okay, 横眉冷对 is just like you're just like being so strict with everybody. Like you have this kind of attitude towards, because at that time people wasn't even waking up. The old way of thinking wasn't benefit to everybody. So you need to be stand out doing something. 俯首甘为孺子牛 is like when the other people is like too ignorant, you need to stand up. But you need to stand out. But you cannot like be like so harsh. But you still need to be like stick to the principle. Is it like that? Ketchup chips. I mean, we don't need all of that. Okay, we just need you to be here, guys. You guys are coming here, like you guys will be need another packet luggage to bring everything back to where you came from. That's like a fish here. Nah, Sadie, don't bring anything, okay? Don't bring anything. Bro, you're making me nervous now. That's all the old literature and painting. Going like that. Don't bring him a bucket of money. Oh! So this is back then all those like a comic book for the kids? With the story on the side? This is nice. So it's like a comic book with the story on the side. Okay, like now we have this kind of like statue. What's the name for that, guys? You know, the fake people, fake human. What's the name for that? A statue like this. Scary, terrified, creepy. Look at that. Man? No, this one. Mannequin, right? Mannequin. Mannequin? Manic. You guys like this? This is back then how they salute to the local god, and you need to have like a pig head here with the chicken. Think of the heart, Joni, welcome. Look at that. You watch Naja? Yeah, I watched both of them because kids really like that. Look at that. So this is how people salute. Like, actually, you guys know it's funny that you looked up. So this is basically the ritual like we be doing in my local area. I'm not from here. Okay, this is like a neighbor city. This is Shaoxing, but in the south, most of the places are the same. Every end of the year, like Chinese New Year, or like beginning of the year, and also the Ghost Festival. You need to do something. You need to sacrifice some food on the table to send salute to your ancestor. The belief system in China, in mythology, is like this. But we sacrifice the stuff to the heaven, the land, the nature god, and also your ancestor. It's more importantly for your ancestor. So it's like you need to like remember your roots. Is this like a play? No, this is like the setting to tell you like what they're doing back then in this house. They were doing like things like that. But ancestor is like a very big role in our culture. So you need to remember your ancestor. Okay, everything you are doing right now, you believe there's like your ancestor watching you. Okay, that's one of the Chinese traditional culture. Okay, all the decoration taken on my face. Like that. Long hair, right? Long hair, like Casey. I think you missed something. Like, were you here like 20 minutes ago? The long hair is because in Qing Dynasty, like every male should be, keep the same height hairstyle. That's like because back then was like a Manchu, like empire. Okay, the ruler, the emperor of Qing Dynasty, was not Han Chinese, it's Manchu Chinese. How are you, Daniela? Welcome. How are you? To take a nap, hang out, message before. It's okay, Sadie. Don't worry. Okay, send me. As long as you like looking for that sign, I send you. Okay, the sign we made is like hilarious. So looking for that sign, okay. When you landed, just looking for that sign. I will be waiting for you at the exit. We're boarding. If you're boarding, you need to like put this like a wig or something. I don't know. Like, good question. Thanks for welcome, Daniela. Thank you. got a detail here on the lantern. There's all the decoration here. And like actually when Sadie come to China, like the first day she came here is the Ghost Festival in China. It's funny. We be talking about this already. And Sadie will be coming here on Ghost Festival. And on Ghost Festival is also, you know, we like, because in Chinese calendar, every July is when the hell open the gate. And, you know, some of your family members, if they're not going to the next life, they will have the chance to come back to find the reunion with your family. They will be able to look at you, okay, and try to checking on you, okay. So the Ghost Festival is also like a reunion. Every festival in China is about reunion. Like it's about family reunion. Like you just like every festival is about all the family members come together and having a dinner, having a lunch. You see the ritual there, like they were like sending salute to praying to the local god nature, to your ancestor. That's all part of the ritual that, you know, just like push all the family members come back to home and have some dinner. So all the ritual in China, all the festival in China is basically about eat. And each festival will have different kind of like a dish, different kind of food, snack. And this is like another, you see, you get to buy this. Remember this magazine? That's all the founder of the magazine. And Chen Duxiu is actually the founder of CCP. Actually, Lu Xun has no relationship with CCP, but back then they were a bunch of the group of people that doing this kind of, you know, literature preaching. This is not in Shanghai, Xiaodan. In Shaoxing. Going there. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to sing. That's from this guy. Okay, I'm going to laugh as much as I can. I'm going to sing as much as I can. That's what he wrote 100 years ago during the most difficult time of China. Come Sabrina. Man, this is so hot. This face is like a burning. Oven. Yeah, it's just like an oven. Demon, it's so hot out here. Oh, we just come a long way out, and now we're going that way. 啊，这里怎样？走啊，你上。这样。开过。So yeah, center of literature. I don't think so. Like everywhere have the literature, but you know, Zhejiang, and the more you go, you will see that it's like you know, on the East Coast will be more writers, but like it's like a pretty average. Everywhere will have people that like learning, have the knowledge about something. Yeah, it's just not that. You know, it's like not. We don't. I think we don't have any like center of it. It's like a pretty average everywhere. See, ladies are sitting there taking picture. I mean, that's most of the. Especially right now, like recent years, we have more and more ladies that come to different areas, try to collect all those pictures, beautiful pictures for them. See, that's the way all the ladies taking pictures, and you also get to rent all the costume. You get this is like a dress, we call it qipao, as from late Republic of China era. That's a new way of dressing during that time period. See like people, aunties like having the makeup on, everybody like they're in a line to get a picture done. Look at her marches. They're in a line to get a picture done. Look at that. Are so serious about taking pictures? Yeah, no, I would say like mostly like a woman, okay? Man doesn't care. Okay, man doesn't care. Girls just like to get all those like beauty stuff. Right, men don't care. Only the like ladies care too much sometimes to me. Like that's also causes one problem with all the like a boyfriend. Like if you try to be like a professional boyfriend, like successful boyfriend, you need to know how to take like a photo. If you don't know how to take a photo for your girlfriend, then yeah, there's like, you know, no dinner for you. I mean, do you have like any advice for someone waiting to learn a second language? I would say just like jump out of your like comfort zone and talk. Just you know, do whatever. Just don't think too much, okay? Talk is more important to learn language. Because think about like a baby. Hi, thank you for the heart, Karen. So yeah, think like you're like a baby, right? We as a baby, we try to learn the language from, you know, like listening, right? We start listening and talk, and then we start to learn how to write. So starting the language by listen and talk. Thank you for confetti, Karen. Thank you for confetti, Karen. Thank you. Yeah, so you need to get to know this kind of stuff. Learning new language is all about, you know, how to jump out of your comfort zone. Force yourself to do it. And get embarrassed, okay? Sometimes like people just overthink too much, thinking like, look, I will get so embarrassed if I talk like that. The thing is like if you don't try, you will never know. Sometimes after you push yourself to the limit, you will know like you are doing much better than, you know, what you can think of. Oh, there's a Luckin Coffee. See, in the tourist area, we have this kind of like decoration for Luckin Coffee too. Try talking to yourself. Yeah, there's also a way, you know, just like practicing in front of the mirror first. I mean, this is like daily coffee for. What kind of language are you going to learn, Chris? And now it comes out of this commercial area. Entered another commercial area. Starbucks. You are trying to learn Spanish right now? Where are you located? I think if you like living in America, you get like more chance to learn Spanish too, right? You got more chance to learn Spanish because there's like lots of people you can actually just like talk to the local people. Especially in the South, like when I go to Miami, like most of the people speak Spanish. Yeah, I mean, I'm also trying to learn Spanish, but it's like I just like don't have time. Also, like for learning English, like learning the new language, not English, my bad. Learning the new language, you need to like so out of place there. Now it's like Starbucks is everywhere in China, dude. Learning the new language means you also need like more time to sacrifice. You need to, the learning process is always like that. Okay, this is like a mochi, local mochi. And we're like black sesame and red bean, mochi. You see the mochi here looks also different, right? I've been to so many different places. The mochi also looks different. It's like a red bean mochi. This one is like a meat floss inside. See there, meat floss?
上味百年传承，外酥里嫩，闻起臭，吃其香。一座绍兴城，半生文学梦。烟雨中读先生的书，看先生的故地，感受古时先生笔下的真江南。
黄酒棒冰 means like 黄酒 means the yellow wine. So yellow wine is local produce like special. So they were using the yellow wine to making the ice pop. And ice like yellow wine, milk tea too. Everything is. I told you, everywhere in China have different kind of food, different kind of specialties. This place has lots of products that made from the wine alcohol. People here like drinks all day with the traditional. That's so unique, right? We can buy some. We can just go back to the front and buy some later. See, and they're like so hot sitting outside. How can they sit here? I cannot believe. They get used to the hot outside here. Let's keep going back. It's pretty smelly. They like the smelly food, like smelly tofu, and they also like the yellow wine. It's alcohol. Let's keep moving forward, going that way. And guys, we'll be live for today. Also another, just 2 hours. Okay. No, just 2 hours. Hold on. What the time is right now?
绍兴非遗臭豆腐，上味百年传承，
I think we started
外
for
酥
like
里
3
嫩，
hours already.
闻起臭，吃其香。一座绍兴
Is it 白酒? No, yellow. 黄酒 is yellow wine. Someone asked me to go to drink. Yeah. Like 白酒 is like much high degree. But like 黄酒 is not so high degree. But it's like more. It's like a low degree, but still strong though. Still strong. I mean, I don't know how to, describe the alcohol. But if you know how to drink, you will like it. If you don't know how to drink, you don't like drinking, yeah, it's not so attractive for the yellow wine. Some people like addict to yellow wine. Let's go back to this place. 40% like a cognac. Yeah, for yellow wine is like 20-30. Okay, for the white wine, 白酒, right? It's basically like more than 40, 50, 60%. The yellow thing. I mean, Demon, how did you like learn yellow though? You must be hanging around with your girlfriend, like Chinese girlfriend, a long time for you to understand the yellow stuff, right, Demon? Is that true? I mean, like yellow is the way to describe, you know, the adult stuff in China. So the color in different countries have different meaning. But if you know like the meaning of yellow in China, that means, you know, you be hanging out with some kind of person. She called me yellow, right? Because you're, yeah, I can understand that, okay, Dima? We don't have to talk too much. We all understand. This decoration, what is this? Oh, there's another rich people house. So this people is like, this house is like actually, oh, upstanding, which is like 70% alcohol. Yes, like in Tibet they also have this kind of like a high, like 80% alcohol, which is like, I also tried that. I mean, it's it's like, it's just like a industrialized alcohol. It's, yeah, it was good though. Like Tibet, the alcohol from Tibet is also good. So like guys, this one is like copper. So there's like a family of Zhu. Family of Zhu is very famous for like traditional cooper making. So all those stuff they be made from the copper. And yeah, once you guys come to China, if you guys try to buy some souvenir, you know this brand, Zhu family, Zhu Bingren is very, very, you know, unique, and you will be love it. You know, if you're buying something to send to anybody will be worth it. Have 70% alcohol. Yeah.
每甘蔗维生的了，黄酒了。
黄酒棒冰帮我来一个吧。So I'm going. 这个是什么？
这雪糕。
雪糕是吧？啊，我现在来试个这个吧。多少钱
？5块钱。
5块钱是吧？这是5 RMB, 80 cents US dollars. So 5 RMB for like a 黄酒 ice pop. I mean, my internet is so slow. Okay, because I got a VPN now. 5 RMB. 这网有点慢。
网络有点慢。哎呦，你今天也喝饮料了？
好了好，5块钱啊，谢谢。
哎呀，太热了，我烧不住了。
It's 5 RMB.
这饮料这么多。
80 cent. 80 cent. Let's find a place to sit there to get this like alcohol. This is not alcohol, okay? Alcohol ice pop made from the alcohol, but it's not alcohol. I mean, do I need to expand this to TikTok? Like TikTok is like so sensitive. I just don't know when I will be like getting banned again. But this is the, you know, the ice pop made by alcohol. Alcohol, okay, alcohol. We call that alcohol since we are OG here. Okay, so we, as long as you guys know it, I'll be good. See the ladies taking picture there. Yeah. With someone who drinks alcohol all the time. Let's just sit right there. Let's just sit right here and have the ice pop. Okay. Okay, there's like, I want to like put other people in screen. Sometimes people will have the problem with it. Just go there. Find another seat. Find another seat here. Look at aunties. Come here together. Someone who drinks alcohol all the time should be fine. Drinking it all the time, no, depends on the content. Like my content, like you guys don't know, like you have no idea. I have so many people reporting my content. Like there's like you guys remember the package count, like the video? It was doing good the first hour. We got like almost 1,000 viewers for the first hour when I post a video. The next hour, when I check it, it shows it got rejected. And then after that, boom, there's no push anymore. Is English your first language? I'm wondering. No, it's not. It's not. You have a good. Yeah, it's not my first language. My first language is my local language, Taizhou language, and Mandarin is like everybody needs to learn in China. From Thailand, welcome. Wan Po, welcome. Wan Po, welcome. Let's see here. Okay, here, all the people taking pictures like crazy. You really need to know how to. This is Shaoxing, okay. For people who want to take the screenshot here. I mean, I would just like sit here, maybe. Take a screenshot. This is Shaoxing. This is a city near Hangzhou, okay. Actually, are you tired? I'm a little bit tired. Where's this place? This is Shaoxing in Zhejiang province in China. So this is Chou Doufu, smiley tofu, okay. And let me just sit here. And the seat is empty. So much more traffic. It's okay, Demon. We'll come back. Thank you for the heart, Veronica. Welcome back. I mean, I'm glad I can make friends like you guys, okay? And don't worry, like, and don't forget, we're live on like YouTube at the same time too. Don't worry about that. Welcome back, and trust me, we'll have more and more algorithms in the future because they cannot stop me. They cannot stop me. Because I have lots of tricks, to be honest. Like, we're not even started. Remember, today is the third day. My kids going back to school. Right? We have long time to go. As long as my kids are at school, I have more time comes out. So that's what is wrong with this. Okay. Veronica, we just have this like a Huangjiu, the alcohol. Shall we call alcohol? Yeah, the alcohol ice pop, made by Chinese yellow wine. And it's an ice pop, it's not alcohol, okay, TikTok. Don't ban me for that. Happy. But they won't be having too much alcohol inside though. They will be Hold on, what is going on with my... Okay, this looks sauce. This looks sauce. Yeah, this is like the yellow wine flavor, guys. Yellow wine flavor. Thank you for that. Yeah, because the yellow wine, they mix with the milk. Okay, they mix the wine with the milk. It tastes nice. It's just like light chocolate. You guys know the feeling? Like a coffee ice pop. Pretty similar to the coffee ice pop. The coffee flavor. Right. But they won't be putting you too much alcohol because most of the people need to drive. In China, it's very, very strict, okay, for drunk driving. I actually just come out from the police station last month because I drove over the speed limit for more than 50% on highway. If you go over 50% on regular road, you only minus like 7 points. But for driving on a highway over 50% limit, that's like a 12 points. And every year you only got 12 points on your drive license. So that means you need to retake the drive test, the writing test, and also you have to stay there to study for 7 days. Okay, they send you to the police station. You need to be attending for like every day for 3 hours at the police station. Just watch the video and watch all those like lessons on like what's the law here. Damn, they have the rice here. You guys see this? This is the yellow rice wine. So they still have the rice on it. Rice wine ice pop. This one, 5 RMB, 80 cents, US cents. No more. Right. So for me, I have to retake the exam to get my driver's license back. And I learned a lot. Actually, I wasn't so sure about the rule because I took my driver's license like 10 years ago, almost 15 years ago. So I forgot all the details. Now, actually, you see, it actually makes sense because I'm starting to lose track about all those laws. And then I come back, I get to learn, okay, if you got caught, for example, they will set this kind of roadblock sometime randomly in the night to check if people drink. So if you try to blow to the tester and if they find out that there's like alcohol, based on the percentage, you got like a little drunk, drunk and super drunk, okay? Repenting on traffic rules. But back then I wasn't so sure. So what happened with your drunk driving in China? If you didn't commit any crime, okay, which means if you didn't hurt anybody, but you got caught, you will lose your drive license, no matter what percentage is, okay? You need to take in under 5 years, okay? If you drive your car drunk driving and you hit somebody or hurt somebody, you got your whole drive license eliminated. You will no longer be able to use your license. Basically, you be like your rights of like drive a car will be taken away in China. Pretty strict. I didn't know that before. But my dad back then had this kind of one time that got caught by drunk driving, and he do have this problem like cannot drive for like at his time when the rule first started, it was like only like 1 year you cannot drive. Now it's like, look, I think it's like a percentage. So if you were like a light, you are under this category of like a lightly slight drunk, okay, basically like take a sip or something. You can still have your drive license, but you have to start like training, like learning for like 3 months training, and then you can get your license back. So for like anything that like beyond drunk driving, like drunk, you're actually drunk, right? This kind of percentage is very harsh. If you didn't commit any crime, if you didn't hit anybody, it's 5 years for you to get your license back. So if you hit somebody and you are drunk driving, got caught, you will lose the license. And if you hit somebody, and also if you hit somebody and you run away, and the guy, basically, injured or like even had like serious injuries, you will also, lose your access of your like drive license. Let's go. I think there's like people looking at me now. There's like a place for most of people to take in the pictures. So I don't want to block in their view. So, okay, what is going on with my tripod now? Are we good? Good now. See, after I go, the girl just like moving back to the place. I know the girl wants to take the picture. They're in the States. Yeah, it's just like like you get to. That's why like we also have this like a new kind of like a job we call the designated driver. So for example, in China, it's like you get to have people drive for you if you already drunk. You don't need to drive. You will be. It's just like you calling a Didi, or you calling somebody to help you to drive, right? So you don't have to risk your take the risk of like losing your license. Hey, Bad on you, welcome. I think Bad on you, like when Bad on show it, when he saw like some like beautiful girls here, like he just like suddenly pops up. Sometimes we need to like put our camera on more like beautiful girls, and people like Bad on you will be coming back. I'm just joking. Bad on, welcome back. Welcome. What is wrong with my? Still look for Chinese baddie. I mean, come here, Bad on you. Like, let me know, okay? Here they want you get a lawyer and pay the state too, right? Have not seen you, Paul. Yes, because my kids are at home for the summer. Now we are back. We'll be back for two weeks. Gimbal glitching, yes. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes it's like when they're like when it's like a too hot, it will have some problem. I hope it's good. You do hear the sound, right? The beep sound. I mean, Badang, is those like your target? Like I sometimes I would be like, if Badang is right here or like a demon is right here, I would try to pick like intentionally put my camera to some girls. Good here. Thank you for the high risk. Is that good?